Hey everybody, you're listening to the Combo Wombo podcast. I'm Chip Monk, and with me always is the thirsty Mr. Gimpy. What's happening, sir?
Yeah, I am thirsty.
Yeah, dude, sipped up, dude.
I just woke up, dude.
You're running around. You're training in real life, then training in Tekken, dude.
It's too much Tekken, dude. Too much Tekken, man.
Tournament, dude.
My fight stick is still connected to the computer, bro. That's how much. Like I just
slept downstairs next to the Tekken desk. They got some pillows in the background. You got a sleeping bag. You're like, life is Tekken.
Life is Tekken.
You're like, if I want to be the best, I gotta train like the best. Sleeping on the floor, dude. Doing push-ups, dude. You're in a training arc montage, dude.
Dude, it's been super fun, dude. It's taken over my day. It's the fighter that I've wanted for a while. Like I said last year, dude. Street Fighter 6 is perfect, and then Tekken comes out, that game's perfect. So, I got two games that to me are like the perfect fighter for the
penultimate fighters, dude.
For what they're doing. So I got 1, 2, man. So
they clapped right back.
Sorry, MK1.
Everybody except MK showed up, dude.
Yeah, dude. Seriously. So it's like Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8. They're 1A, 1B. Then I got KOF 15 still fucking taking my attention every now and then, because when I'm like upstairs with the kids, they like King of Fighters because they got like the dinosaur character and like some other stuff. They like Tekken as well, but I'm playing that all the time. So like, play something else, Dad. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I play KOF a little bit.
Your kids a little bit about the King of Fighter tournament.
Yeah. Then as far as fighters go, I did reinstall Guilty Gear, but haven't even launched. It's reinstalling it, dude, because Tekken's life. But,
Tekken is life, dude.
Loving the release, dude.
That's what's up, man.
Can't say.
I'm playing some of that Dungeonborne.
Yeah, dude, let's get into it, man. We've Steam Next Fest is winding down. Today is the last day of it at the time of release.
It's like someone stole the Dark and Darker's whole fucking beat, whole flow, beat for beat, bar for bar, dude.
Yeah, it really is, including the menu, like the welcome screen, the splash screen that's in there. Like,
they also don't have like all the finished features as well. It's like,
I will say, from when Dark and Darker was featured on the Steam Next Fest to when with Dungeonborne now, it is more feature complete than Dark and Darker was at the time.
Yeah. I don't know. That's I have like issues with like some of the pathing and like hitting like obstacles and stuff. Like you get stuck on shit randomly. Like you'll get stuck behind a door or like a monster. There used to be like a little bit more give. I don't know. It kind of adds to the claustrophobia, but like I feel like all the hallways and shit need to be about like 10 to 15% bigger for like to engaging like meaningful PvP. Right now it feels kind of rough, but there's some skill involved in shit. It's fun. It's just an extraction looter with swords and sorcery.
For me, and I'm here for it. Claustrophobia of it adds to the PvP. I feel, because everything's kind of clunky, and that's kind of like scramble. Yeah, that's kind of like the appeal of it.
It's a charm. Charm.
I was playing a
dude, it feels like let me ask you this though: if it felt like Tekken 8, like with the battles, how much better would it be though?
Well, everything's better if it feels like Tekken 8, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude, it's not being like, oh, this is kind of charming that it's kind of like busted. I think it's like early access, so like people are more forgiving of like this bullshit. But like, I don't know, man. Get it together, dude. Like, it's not that hard to like fix some collisions, like move shit around, like add like physics to like items and shit. It definitely feels like there's a lot of static objects that you have to break. And so like when they're like static, they're like it's like hitting like a boulder. And that's this kind of shit. It's like, figure it out, boys. Like,
would you rather have the objects break when you like walk into them?
Move away, just like roll away.
Okay, just like that.
Like roll away, make like a loud ass noise. Maybe that way there's like a trade off. Like if you're like bumping into shit, like you're being a loud klutz and people can hear you from like 2 rooms away. So there's ways to balance. Like even like if you're gonna add like something to it, but like instead it's like you just like hit like a fucking like an immovable object and like you're not sure what's immovable and like what you can kind of skirt around and or where the hitboxes are. But I'm having fun with it though. I like the PvP. I think like there's a ton of balancing still left to do in that game. Like the mages don't feel good yet. The mana's like drained way too quickly. Let's see. I don't know. It's kind of like with Dark and Darker with like the archers, where like you had to like carry like your own arrows and shit, and like it was kind of like bullshit because like no other class was like that. So I don't know, man. You also have to carry bolts and shit for like the archers in this game. Like you get like a crossbow and stuff, but
Yeah, it's basically aped its whole style.
Yeah, there's like got like they stole like straight up like assets and stuff, or like they bought the same asset pack for parts.
Yeah,
I love it.
Straight up.
I'm telling you, dude, we gotta get in on this, bro. Like me and you, bro, we can make our own Dark and Darker rip off, bro.
Yeah,
but plays like Tekken, bro. Fuck it.
Be amazing. Yeah, dude. My favorite moment in that game so far is I got into a PvP battle with a fighter, and I was playing a fighter as well. But this person wasn't as knowledgeable of the fight system as I was, so I backed into a very thin hallway. So the guy kept trying to do wide swipes at me, but his hand kept hitting the fucking sides of the wall, so he wasn't completing the animation. So I just kept stabbing him in the face until he died. He never hit me once. He was just trying to do these big swings and just missing every time. So stuff like that feels good.
Yeah, we had a moment last night where me and the boys wandered into like a murder scene. There's like 3 groups there, maybe 4, and like the 2 mages like used like their huge AOE moves, and everybody died like right as we were walking in. Like it was like was that movie with where everyone shoots each other at the very end of the movie? You know, it was exactly like that scene.
Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah. For some reason, I want to say Pulp Fiction, and I couldn't think of Reservoir Dogs.
The same director.
Yeah, same director, same thing. It's basically the same. It's basically the end of Reservoir Dogs, where everyone's getting shot. It was like, is that Dear Sister skit from SNL? I was like, what you say? Ooh, what you say? Like we walked in, we're like, no, mage. Sure. And like we just see them all fall. And like, you know, the last little skeleton comes up and kills the last other dude.
Yeah.
And then like we walk in and just looted everybody and killed like 2 more people, and we won, dude.
Cool. Have you played any other Next Fest games at all this cycle?
I don't think so. I've been really like, I usually don't really go on Next Fest. I'm not like big into like up and coming stuff. I usually just go to YouTube and I'm like, watch like a comp that's like, 10 minutes long. It's like, here's the best shit from Next Fest. And I'm like, all right, I'm see what's going on.
Okay, that's fair. I played a couple of other games for it. The one I want to mention is a game that I also was involved in one of the alpha tests for, and that's the VR game Brazen Blaze. It's a part of Next Fest. Technically, it has its open beta right now.
Yeah, I tried to get in.
We tried to get you into it. I think there's just some confusion in how the game is, because it is. You can get it on Quest. You can get it on Steam.
I wasn't seeing it on the Quest store front.
It's on the App Lab with Quest.
Yeah, so, I have no idea where the App Lab is on the Quest, dude.
So
there's like 3 different storefronts, and fucking the UI of Quest is garbage, dude.
So I'm gonna pick on you a little bit, but it's not actually picking on you, but it's just an example, right? So how like I'm gonna say just casually, right?
I found their storefront page, and all I could do there was like wishlist it.
Yeah, that's on the official storefront. But on App Lab, the game's available and you could get it and download it. But you
there's no link, nothing on there, dude.
There was on the App Lab website. Which right? Here's the thing, though. You had to know about it, right? You had to know that App Lab to have App Lab installed and all that shit. So is it your fault for not knowing how to go through this like fucking backdoor system that's officially supported, because they're like yeah, we don't want this on the regular store till it's actually out, so you're gonna have it on App Lab. You can install stuff on App Lab, and I think it's a bad way to do it. I think you should just include App Lab on the Quest natively, so you can just have these unfinished or games that are being worked on that aren't approved on the official store. Just maybe make like a EULA or something that they have to agree to, knowing that these games are not officially approved on the Quest store, and then
it could mess up your device or hurt your eyeballs.
Right, maybe
might be part of MK Ultra, dude. Yeah.
So it was tough. So we didn't get long story short, but also with that, you tried to do virtual desktop or
I tried virtual desktop, wasn't working. I tried like the AirLink on Quest. I tried like the hard wired. I think I might have changed something at some point when I was like deving. In Unity, I think, because I looked into my the next day I was like. Looked in my control panel, like Control Alt Delete, and like some weird like Oculus host server thing was running. I was like, "Fuck, did I do something?" I was like, "I probably did something at some point."
Be running.
I don't know if it's like the official one though, or like if you had one for Unity to like connect it to like your game dev thing. Because I don't know, but it was it was weird because like in the official app on the desktop, it was showing connected, and then like it was just like giving me like 3 dots of death. It was like not loading into it. Like I gave it like a good few tries, but I was like, damn, what's going on? So I tried restarting everything. I tried turning it on and off again, dude. Yeah,
but you, as you said, you haven't played Quest like on your PC, like the connected to your PC in a while, right?
Yeah.
So
I was mostly using it to watch like 3D movies and YouTube, but then when I got those Kid glasses, I've just been using those.
Yeah.
It's a much better experience because it's so heavy. And I'm like, man, I'll just watch YouTube here, just chilling.
Sure.
I like those glasses so much. I've been considering paying for a YouTube Premium, bro. That's how down bad I am. Yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe I should. I watched so much content on it, like there's a lot of like tutorials and like just knowledge dumps from different people. I don't know. I messed up. Like there's definitely like rage bait and a bunch of like garbage and shit on there as well. But like,
that's like
those like 3 little dots and like I clicked like I accidentally clicked on one video, bro, and like my entire feed was just like trash. And I was like, damn it. So like you're like not recommend, not interested. And like after like 3 or 4 refreshes of doing that, like I stopped seeing that and like got more to like fulfilling content for me. Which tends to be like things between like 15 and like 40 minutes long that are more long form, more informative. Like a lot of this shit too is like production values are through the roof, dude.
You're getting off track, brother. You're getting off track, brother.
So like these kids these days, dude, they're like making shit that's like looks like it's a straight TV show, dude. The graphics, the interactivity.
Oh yeah, dude, down the rabbit hole, brother. You like lost, your eyes glazed over. You're fucking recommending YouTube Premium, dude. You turn into a bot. I swear.
Yeah, dude. Just like a quick fucking.
But a quick ad.
I'm gonna keep on ad blocking them. Fuck those guys, though.
Yeah. So
fuck Google.
So with Brazen Blaze, it's like you have powered gauntlets. You dash and punch, and you can punch each other, and you knock each other out of the world or whatever. Since alpha, the game has improved. Like there's a lobby system, there's an invite system. There's some issues with it still though. The game, like they have a new character. They finished some of the characters that when I last played on the alpha. It was just literally a gray box character. It was just like a dude T-posing, but you can play as him.
T-pose guy, dude.
They fixed or they finished some characters and things, but they didn't. There's no like true tutorial to know how to use your character. It's just like it's a generic tutorial going here's how to use your skill, here's how to use your ult. But it doesn't say what character specific ults there are. It doesn't like it's there's a text description before you select your character, but the only way to do that is to start loading into a match. And then you can select your character from there. So I feel that's an oversight, and I'm sure that the devs will be making maybe a more robust tutorial. There's a training mode, but it's literally just you and a dummy, and you punching the dummy that does not move. So I'm pretty sure that's a placeholder. There were some network issues when I got into it, and I played with shout out to our buddy Spork. Spork wasn't a fan of it, but that type of game is not. As he said, it's not his cup of tea. But he did have like a triple kill game. It's a 3v3 game.
Playing it, dude.
So Spork just like went Super Saiyan God and just started just fucking punching people.
Turned up.
It was fun. I think the guns do very little damage, but it's more focused on punching. And maybe I just wasn't playing it right. I had a couple of cool kills. They ran an event where if you killed a dev, you got a gift card for either the Meta Store or Steam. And there was no limit to how many gift cards you could get. So that was a very interesting promotion. It definitely got Spork interested to play it with me, And you asked, it was like you or Spork asked, why have this promotion? Why give away money? And I said, and I just wanted to get your opinion on this and maybe put it out there for anyone listening. The game's gonna live or die by its online, by it having a community online. So you need to get people interested to even jump and play it. So you're making a niche game on a niche platform.
Got Chipmunk dusting off his Quest too. It's something to do.
And you definitely need to do it. Now the game I don't think is going free to play. It's going to be a purchase. So hopefully it's not like $30 because I think it might be DOA. Unfortunately, no matter how much fun I had, I have to be a realist with how fickle the VR community at large is. Especially I
think this is still kind of a drought, though, as far as like VR experiences. So, like, if it's compelling enough,
I'll agree to an extent. But the single player offerings that have been released, but have been trickling out,
have been catching up.
Have been very fun. There's 5 games right now that released,
especially with that UE
that I haven't played yet.
4 and 5 injector to convert a lot of the other games too. You know
that too. But outside of that, Bulletstorm VR came out, and apparently it was kind of broken at first, but they fixed it now.
Is Duke Nukem in it? The Duke.
No, I think that was a separate DLC, and
yeah,
I don't know
they got us. Dude.
It's there, but there's new content.
If I can't throw a turret at somebody in VR, bro, like what's even the point?
I mean, you can. It's still like Duke Nukem was just a skin in the game with the voice and stuff. But yeah, Bulletstorm VR's out. 7th Guest VR, which is like similar to the original game, but you know they changed stuff up. Some mystery there. I think traditional point and click games work very well in VR. Because when you're solving a mystery and you're finding clues, and everything,
adventure
VR,
type, escape room type,
work great in VR.
Yeah,
so I want to play that.
Story driven.
Bulletstorm. There's.
I'm surprised like somebody doesn't make like a Life is Strange style game, dude.
Yeah, definitely. What else? Veil 1.0 comes out. It's actually launches this week, which Veil is kind of like a VR's answer to Counter-Strike or Valorant, if you will.
What was that studio that did all those like adventure games? Telltale games.
Telltale.
Yeah,
sure.
Rest in peace, Telltale games. But, somebody could do like
they already got
Telltale games. Get on the VR side of shit, dude.
Yeah, I think if you haven't played like a graphical adventure, game, on VR,
they had all the IPs, dude.
Yeah, all like
port them over, dude.
Port them. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think the drought is ending in VR. But back to Brazen Blaze, man. I think well, it was fun. There's definitely some polish.
You're talking shit about me. You're talking about YouTube, bro. Look at you. Your eyes are glazing over, dude. like I love it. Is it gonna be the next big thing, bro?
Brazen Blaze? No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And it's
is it gonna be like fun? Is it worth playing? Like, is it worth checking out?
It'll be fun, but even myself, right? Cause I'm with multiplayer games in VR. I don't play a lot of them by myself. I like playing with friends. So if my friends aren't playing and it's a $30 like price point, I'm probably not gonna get it. Even though I had fun with it, right? Is there like a compelling price point where you'd like pick it up, like if it's like in a 15. Bundle, if it's like 15 or less? 15. Yep.
All right.
15. I'd pick it up. I'd pick it up and play online. It's just
if it had like the games as service hooks, like monthly pass or battle pass
quality
or
of
like
life stuff
DLC
with it.
shit.
Like you and I played Ultimax together.
Was there any of that stuff in there?
No.
All right, not in the beta at least.
Not in the beta. But you and I played Ultimax together, which was basically robot Rocket League.
We're crushing it, dude.
And we did really well. I loved Ultimax, dude. We should play that again. Honestly, it was great. It was a great time. But
I still had it installed up until like a couple of weeks ago, dude.
Oh, dude, maybe it's time. I'm on my vacation, brother. I'm on my vacation, brother.
about to go pro in Ultimax, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Quit everything else.
But yeah, with Brazen Blaze, man, it's just there's a little jank to it that just it's hard to get past. And I think like I said, niche game, niche platform. It's a really tough sell, but I'm glad someone's doing it.
All right, yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
As far
as Next Fest, I think that at least with our friend group, I think Dungeonborne is the winner of Next Fest, right? I think it's the most
talked dark and darker, game. Man.
Yeah,
it's free. It's we're enjoying it because you can connect with people easily through Steam, except for our one buddy who's always had like issues with Steam. Butters, dude. I don't know. He probably like ended up like changing like his privacy settings or something and just never
played with Butters just fine, brother.
Did he connect to you through Steam? Maybe he blocked me on Steam, dude. He just forgot.
He might have.
Yeah. He's like, I never see anybody on Steam. It's always broken for me. So I think he's just talking.
He's up lying, dude. He's a liar.
Yeah, dude. He's a liar, dude.
But yeah, man.
We know you lying, Butters.
I think Dungeonborne's it. The other game I played on Next Fest, which I'm excited about, but again, I don't know why I like these types of games, dude. Where it's a niche genre in a niche space. But Tribes 3.
You're a hipster, dude.
Maybe I am, dude. I was really
Tribes 2 was dope, dude.
Tribes 2 is fucking amazing. I think everyone
yeah, it's like one of the most
know that.
Greatest game of all time, dude.
100%. But like that gameplay style just isn't in vogue anymore. The vertical shooter, the arena style, it's just not popular now. So Tribes 3, it's focusing on smaller.
I think it kind of is, dude. Like, look at Fortnite, dude. I feel like that's kind of like the arena arcadey shooter, dude.
Yeah, but really, You know,
it's a little bit more forgiving. Like everybody's like spongy.
Really?
Everyone's just playing that. It's free. It's the easy access. Like it's on everything, dude. Like
it's not the same, dude. It's not the same. You know, it's
like
the gameplay I want, but I know it's this generation's that,
like,
right?
I
But
don't know.
not,
like a lot of it's
not.
like the suckle of achievements, and like I said, like when I was playing like the Call of Duty game, and like I died like 5 minutes into a match. And there's their battle royale mode. It was like you got 40,000 XP. Here's a thing. Here's a gun. Here's like a perk. And I'm like, yeah, all right. I feel kind of good, even though I lost, dude. Whereas like arena shooters, dude, like you get punished. There's like skill gaps are a real thing,
I know.
It becomes like insurmountable, like at a certain level. But you would think with like the way we're doing, like peer to peer and everything now has changed up so much, where it's like you're getting more skill based matchmaking in the first place. So maybe it wouldn't be like a stomp as it used to be.
The problem is the skill floor in Tribes is, it's up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's high because skiing is definitely a thing, and then actually hitting your like in Tribes, most of the guns are projectile based, so you have to like lead your shot and aim it and stuff. Speed is a focus. Capture the flag's the main game mode. Capture the flag's not popular right now.
It's no better feeling than leading a shot like 1,000 yards out.
Exactly, dude. So this might be one of those games where, like, shout out CJP Killer, who's a big Tribes fan and actually maintained a lot of his skill from Tribes 2. And
he hasn't stopped, dude. He's playing Tribes 2 right now, dude.
Honestly, but
it's like the people got into Quake
it's
Arena,
another
dude.
game where I feel that won't do well if it's not going free to play.
If it's like a small dedicated niche of players, like I'm sure they could survive.
Yeah. Like Tribes Ascend survived a while until
because nobody else is really doing it. Nobody else is like, you want Tribes, bro? There's only Tribes 3 right now, dude.
Midair is like a
spiritual successor.
Yeah. So that being said, I played two niche games that I really liked.
Excellent, man.
But we'll see. The other thing I wanted to shout out just real quick, Balatro, Balatro. It's a poker roguelike that was one of the most relaxing and just like really forced me to just sit and think roguelikes in quite a while. Using poker hands to progress in a roguelike situation, like you had to use pans to get money to beat like your blind bet. It was very fun. I love that demo. So that might be my next Slay the Spire card, roguelike that takes over my life. That one I wish listed and I will be purchasing on release.
I did some game deving.
You did do some
in our game deving podcast.
Yeah.
I moved it.
Let's do a wrap up here because we're near close to time. So I'll update on my game dev, but let's talk about yours real quick.
Nothing much major happened. Like I moved from like I was talking maybe a little bit, maybe I didn't on this podcast about I've been mocking up games in PowerPoint. So I basically took my mock up from PowerPoint and like put it into Unity finally, and it's all like smoke and mirrors. Like nothing really works, but like the essential minimal viable product of the game flow works, where it's like you hit a button, it goes to like the next scene, which kind of helps structurally because like some of the stuff I was like building independent of each other, like the systems. So I had like a clicker mechanic that just like did like the most basic of like add one or whatever to a text, and then like even that broke because like I was using like a game manager to keep track of the resources, and like when you change scenes and come back, like it was referencing like the text object, and I was like yeah, I did that wrong. The text object needs to reference the game manager, so like when it's in the scene, it'll find it. So I was just playing around a little bit with like that. I got a map system like off of somebody else from GitHub. I was like, yo, give me this map system. That kind of works, but it doesn't do anything. Like you click on things move. But like there's no function. It's all a facade. And then I started building out like a battle system. I tried like a couple of different ones where I have like 3D objects, and I don't know. I was like getting like 300 FPS with like 100 versus 100 battles, and I was kind of disappointed in that. But there's like trade-offs.
FPS.
Yeah, because I had like a different system that was running at like 900 with like twice as many people.
Sure.
But it didn't have like any logic or pathfinding, and as soon as I had that shit in, like everything like bottlenecked.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
But like I'm like, damn, there has to be like I don't know. And then like I was like, you know what, it's fine. This is fine. Just accept it and move on to the next thing. Like I think like we take for granted how awe-inspiring like the battles, especially because the camera's so high up. I think if I just move the camera and play around with like angles and stuff, it'll be more epic. But
Sure.
Yeah, I got that part working. So the army fights each other, but there's no like, I guess it's all smoke and mirrors. There's no like underlying like logic pinning things together. There's no stats. There's no tracking of like which army's winning or losing. There's nothing like kick you out back to like a victory or loss condition screen.
So is this a continuation of your clicker series of games? Because you've made one that you never released that I remember from back in the day. Then there's the one that's on your itch page right now.
People love it, dude.
Is this within that same like realm, would you say, of gameplay, or is this going to be a completely different take on the on your implementation of the genre?
I would say it kind of is with like lessons learned and from like playing other like clicker games and stuff that I've enjoyed, or of like other idle type games where I've like learned a lot. And like when I made like those couple of games, like it took me months to do. Okay. And I was like, man, I feel like I know enough where I could build this thing in like a weekend now. And so I don't know, it's the second day of the weekend. I'm like almost done with the core mechanics. But I'm giving myself like 2 to 3 months to like finish this. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, I'm getting better at like just pacing myself on projects as well. Like I, do a lot of burnout stuff. And I was watching like videos on that, and I realized like the reason why the last like 20% takes 90% of the time type of thing. I think it's because like you lose that sense of linear progression when you first start a project. Like I said, like I feel
small iterative stuff that's polished. Big.
I feel great. Like I built out like all this shit. And I'm like, yeah, this feels like a game. I show it to people, they're all impressed. They're like, wow. And I'm like, that's basically like a PowerPoint slideshow, but in Unity. And they're like, oh yeah, but it's still, man, you got a lot done. I'm like, I did get a lot done, but I didn't really, because like yesterday I spent like 5 or 6 hours just programming like the programming idle clicker mechanics, dude. And I was like revising shit, fixing things, like dealing with bugs I wrote. Like I was up till like 10 o'clock last night, and then I was like, just stop, just get some help. And then I was like, here's what you do. I opened up a notepad and I just started writing down like all the known bugs and problems I have, and then I just saved it. And I was like, I'll deal with this later.
There you go. That's awesome. That's awesome that you're back into it, man.
And then the professor was talking shit, dude, as the professor do. He's like, oh, I've been learning Bevy. I finished up like this these Rust tutorials, dude.
This man out of the pod, dude. We're gonna have him on so he can defend himself.
No, never, dude. This is my safe space, dude. You don't need to invade it, dude.
Okay.
Maybe if he like ever gets into finishing any of these projects he ever talks about, dude, then he could come on here and do a show and tell with us.
Goddamn.
But he was talking about like getting into Rust and stuff, and I was like, man, if you do, like, I'm sure me and Gimpy would help you make like levels in Trench Broom.
Oh, so 100%.
I volunteered you. This was like I showed you a little bit. I started making like a unit test map, and that's just like slopes and different sizes and gaps and stuff to see what works in like the controller part of a game. And I'm thinking about putting that up for free for people, like a CC0.
Oh yeah, okay. Well,
yeah, because it doesn't make sense that it doesn't make fucking sense that we all have to keep redoing the same goddamn unit test maps, dude.
Very true. Very true. That's a very genre specific thing too. So that's awesome that because this is the fourth time I've heard you even make unit test maps for games like this. So yeah, no, it's probably the best.
And there's like other people too. Like if you download like anyone's like controller template or something, there's usually some sort of like best units that they put in that map.
Gotcha.
Where like these slopes, these heights work the best. Use this, and you're like, all right, now I can start designing the rest of the game around those limitations.
Yeah, dude, that's dope, dude. That's dope. What
have you been up to, man?
So, I have some time off from work right now. I'm in day 2 of it right now. Tech and deep, but I did a rough game design outline for a platform idea. I've shared with you the gameplay idea, the core gameplay loop. I plan today. I'm gonna eat some breakfast after we get done with the pod here. I might play some Dungeonborne with you guys for 2, because I want. My point is to also have like social time too, because I think one of the things that distracts me from game dev is if I feel like the FOMO, right, from like my friends are playing a game and I'm working on something else. Like I want to try and balance that. So this is my test for it. But I do plan on getting.
Dragonborne's been a good game for that, dude, because like
Yeah.
You get frustrated and you're like, all right, man, I need a break. Fuck this.
Yeah. My plan is to get the core mechanic that I told you about, where it's the arc jump based off the hit. I want to just get that done. That's my only goal today, is just to get that. I have an animation cycle already.
It's ambitious, dude.
And I just want to, get it to work. It doesn't even have to feel right now. It just needs to work. That's it.
All right. Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. But my goal is to make a ambitious side 5-level platformer with a boss fight on my vacation.
Are you going to be using the LDTK?
I will be using LDTK for the levels, which and I will be doing a nightly just kind of thoughts and progress.
Thoughts and prayers, dude.
I haven't decided if it was just going to be text or a video or something. I don't know if I'll share it. It's basically for me to just keep my thoughts in order on how I feel about
I've been thinking
this style
kind of like
game deving, but I'll definitely share it with the pod here.
For what I would recommend, because I've tried like similar things for like just my own personal progress tracking, and I do at the like when I was like super serious about things at the end of the week, I would do like a what went good, what could I do better, but then I'd also have like things I was tracking like in an Excel spreadsheet where I was like, how many hours did I work, and I just like plotted that out, and then I was like, I compared it to like only the last week, and I was like, how many hours did I get done versus last week, how much progress do I feel I made, like what could I do better to like set myself up for success. But what I would recommend if you don't do something like that, and I was calling them like mission debriefs, so it's doing a mission debrief.
Sure.
But what I'd also recommend, like if you like want to do something like as far as writing or something, I would say you already have like the recording software and stuff. I would just record your desktop and just record your thoughts at the start when you start that day, and then like when you're done, and then like you can record like, oh, here's some bugs or like everything else. For me, what I've been doing is just like doing like a GIF of like
what you have so far.
Whatever's working, and that's just for showing with like my buddies and stuff. But like as far as like bugs and stuff, I've just been writing them down. But like I often think like, man, I should just like take a moment to like just record myself and like talk through like my thoughts of like where I'm at right now, in the progress of things.
Yeah.
Because it helps. Like even if it's just like a couple minutes, I wouldn't go like too deep or long into it. And then like it's so fast to like just go through like your desktop and be like, this is what I got done. This is what I was working on. These are some issues I'm having. And then at the beginning, be like, this is what I'm trying to get done today. And then like, fast forward to like a slash cut to like the end of like, all right, this is what I actually got done today. But yeah, something like that would be great, dude. I think everyone should try and do that. Like we've talked about like holding on to old projects or art and stuff, like to see like just how much you've accomplished over time. But yeah,
definitely. Yeah, dude, I appreciate that. But yeah, hopefully I have something to show at the end of it. These 2 weeks off that I have. So,
into the thick of it, dude.
That's what it is. All right. So this has been the Combo Wombo podcast. I'm Mr. Gimpy. It's
Chip Monk.
Like, share, subscribe, ya bish. We out of here.
We out. Peace.